State Fair. Played here since 1932, these two programs have defined conferences, won national titles, and no matter what happens, they find their way back to each other. And when these two meet, the whole nation pays attention. Glad to have you with us from the original Cotton Bowl, located on the fairgrounds in the heart of Dallas, Texas. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. From the gun, give on the inside. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that could run the football, be physical. It all started there.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Sooners can really attack on this second and short. Send the tight end in motion. Motion from the wideout. They'll give it to the back. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5.
This is an offense that really relies on its running game. On that second down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get it first.
And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Using his feet. Hard running there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Sooners in a good spot here with second and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Gets the back moving. Back to throw. It's Cook. Here's a heat. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
And that's a great idea by this defense, man. Third down, it's money down. Where are they going to go? They're going to go to their go-to guy, and what does the defense do? They double-team him, take him away, and force the fourth down.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. Dragged down, but they'll... For a first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They go to the ground. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Winner of this game dons the golden hat, but, you know, Jesse, only David could wear the golden hat among the three of us because there's no way either of us should put a hat on the kind of heads of hair we have.
Well, I've also understood that the hat's like a triple XL. We know David's got a big dome, and that's probably the only reason why he would wear it. But I'll tell you what, these players, they think about trying that old sucker on after this game all year long, David.
Yeah, and trophies matter. I mean, this is something at the end of games. People run, you see, they go grab them, they put them on their heads. It means something to these kids.
Well, you can afford to be a little bit late as a quarterback when you're throwing curl routes into zone coverage when you've got an arm like that. This dude's got a cannon.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. They'll run it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Cook. They're working that left side. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
And listen, you get zone coverage, and you can hit that curl route, and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
This is a designed run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Back to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Harper. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes. This is a gamble. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Trying the left side. He is not afraid to use that stiff arm as a weapon as he bangs his way to the 28.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The corners are walked up tight. Here comes the heat. Makes the catch at the 20. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
The Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Cook. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Looking to fire. He's got it down the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that 3rd down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not much.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Rifles it down the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Sooners will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll start this drive from the 42. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Petty. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown them 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. Got enough for the 1st. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And a short gain on this run, and that will bring us to the end of the 1st. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the 1st quarter. They fought to a standstill in the 1st. Let's see who gets the edge early in the 2nd. On the ready. Wants to go up top. Quick completion on the out. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up the 1st down.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. ULM is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Warhawks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Appalachian State. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. Dropping back, it's Cook. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Sooners will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On his way back from the 20. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Got his man downfield. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play, and I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
The sure hands, it's Snyder. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Off the play fake. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
the handoff. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on the short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the 1st down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
Bulldozes his way through. A huge return there, steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Petty. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Oh, what a cut! Turning it on! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
The Longhorns, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Pulls and fires complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
They'll go with a direct snap. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No mid-season concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive.
Oklahoma Sooners will take over 1st and 10.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty.
On the set.
Looking for a man. It's Cook. Gets it to him on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
Grab behind the line. It's Harper. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Snags it over the middle. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Sooners moving quickly to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The give to the back. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to pass on second down. And the rush will get to him at the 25. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. And he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Texas offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got his man to the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, the offense able to pick up some extra yards after that curl throw there. And because the QB got it to his guy early, he was able to turn around, make a guy miss, and go pick up some yak.
Looking downfield on first down. The short hands, it's York. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. But when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
That's a really nice-looking catch, you know, and it's shocking when you think about Texas Longhorn football. Not a lot of names jump out at you when you think about great wide receivers here, right? Yeah, Roy Williams, Jordan Shipley, not too many. This guy, though, I think has a chance to be special. This guy could go down in Texas history as one of the all-time greats.
Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Finds his big tight end. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Across the 25, he's got room. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice...
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points. And Bevo's really starting to snarl right now, and he'd love to rub the Schooner's face right in it, David.
Yeah, they got it cooking. The Longhorns are looking good. In this rivalry game, you got half the crowd in this burnt orange, Jesse, that is going bananas right now.
Boomer Sooners got the weapons, though, guys, on offense. You've got the horses on the outside to turn this thing into a track meet. I know you're down here, but you can change this game. It just takes one play.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They'll send the back in motion. They'll try the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Makes the grab down the left side. Off and running. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Takes the handoff. It's yours. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Got room to work. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Leaves it with the running back. Still running at the 40. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
Off-play action on first down. Now adjusting. He's going to take off. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Really nice job on the scramble that time. He saw an opening, he went out and got the first down with his legs. He's killing this defense right now, throwing it. He's now doing it running as well. Anything this guy wants to do is working.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
All right, offensively, you're not having a lot of success right now running this thing to the perimeter. The defense was there. They were ready for that. You made one guy miss. They still got you for a TFL. You might have to think about getting back to running between the tackles now.
Did a speed bump on that last play. Now work to do on 2nd and 15. Back to pass. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Longhorns! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
I'm bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for room. It's Harper. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Here comes the option. Now the toss. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Trying play action. Here's the pressure. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Got room on the return. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Texas! The defense does the work itself with the pick 6. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Sticks it in his belly. And And you want to talk about gang tackling, everybody on the defense run to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Dropping back, it's Cook. It's complete to the left. Smashes ahead. There he goes. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
Man, what a weapon in this offense. To have a tight end that you can throw the football to, not just over the middle, not just to move the sticks, but a guy like this that can absolutely blaze, like a Warren, like a Bowers we've seen over the years, that can make huge plays down the field after the catch.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Gets it past the marker. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
You know, in the modern era of college football, with everybody throwing it, it becomes harder and harder for running backs to put up big-time numbers. With that last carry, though, this guy's got 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll run play action. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Working that left side now. He works it inside the 20-yard line, down to the 19. That's where they'll spot it. Short of the first down, now a decision to be made. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. Right down the boulevard. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. ULM is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Warhawks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 2 to Appalachian State. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up more passes his way, and you know the quarterback, he's got like a...
Oh, he's got some space. Continues to fight for yards.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Caught close to the marker. It's Angulo. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Finds his man. It's Petty. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Rides the back on the option. The give. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Sends it back in motion. Oh, better look out! Plows through the defense and runs through another one. Touchdown, Longhorns! He shed tackles right and left and housed it. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way home.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And the Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll keep it on the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game, run the football. Great gain, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's Harper. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Makes the grab on the left. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll get rid of it. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Floating away. On the move, he fires. Got him downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
The Sooners didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, if you could give a helmet sticker to this defensive coaching staff, they would get one because of the plan they've had for this guy at wide receiver. He is one of the best in the entire country with his speed and his athleticism, but they have had a plan.
And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week. And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
They'll try the right side. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and then limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on 4th.
Man, I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this first down.
Nestled just inside that right upright. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. This 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking to throw, it's Cook. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. It was the Longhorns who will ride off into the sunset with the coveted goal.